Sir, can we wait for some time, sir? The participants are joining, sir. So.
Okay. I'm just sharing my screen with the WhatsApp. Sorry, PowerPoint.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Can you please enable screen sharing?
1 second, sir.
I have logged in from a computer by the name Dr. Akshay.
Okay, okay,
So
sir.
I'm
Okay.
from computer. Please enable screen.
Okay, okay. Sir, you are co-host only. You can share, sir.
No. I have logged in from my mobile.
Okay.
So that is the co-host. But I have also logged in from my laptop.
Okay.
From there, I'm not able to share.
1 second, 1 second.
The laptop name is Dr. Akshay. And for video feed, Dr. Akshay Phatak, which is already you have enabled as co-host.
Done, sir.
Done?
Yeah, done. Yeah.
Oh. Just give me a minute. Is it visible? Is it visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Fine. So, good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. I am Dr. Akshay S Phatak, Associate Professor, Department of Psychiatry in Karwar Institute of Medical Sciences.
Hello,
Your echo is coming. I think you have to put up either of that one.
Just a minute. I have already muted this. Am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Or still
Yes,
it is
sir.
echoing? Okay, now it should be fine. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
You are audible.
So, I am Dr. Akshay S Phatak, Associate Professor, Department of Psychiatry in Karwar Institute of Medical Sciences.
We
So
can
first of
start.
all,
1 second, sir. Let me introduce you. Sir.
sure. Thank you.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Vayomanasa Sanjeevani Monday webinar series. Today, topic of the day is autonomy and freedom in elderly. To talk about this, we have Dr. Akshay S Phatak. I welcome Dr. Akshay. Today, moderator for the session is Mrs. Annapurni. For introducing her, she is doing fellowship in Geriatric Mental Health Nursing in NIMHANS. I welcome Annapurni. I also welcome all the YouTube and Zoom participants to the session. On to you, Annapurni.
Thank you, Lima, for your great introduction. So I'm very glad to invite you all for a 104th webinar series. So Vayomanasa Sanjeevani has crossed 100th session. I'm glad to invite you all for this session. And today's our expert in hand is like Dr. Akshay S Phatak have joined with you. He is like assistant professor in Department of Psychiatry, Karwar Institute of Medical Science in Karwar. And I'm very glad to invite you for this session, sir, and requesting you to start the presentation. Please, sir.
Thank you for the introduction, ma'am. First of all, I would like to congratulate Vayomanasa Sanjeevani for such a successful program. As I see that there is 104th program today, I'm also grateful to Dr. Vijay Kumar Harbishettar and organizers of this program for inviting me and giving me an opportunity to interact with so many senior citizens who come from diverse fields with their own experiences and wisdom. So to start the session, the topic today is autonomy and independence in the elderly, in senior citizens. It is a very important topic and interesting to discuss and deliberate. So before moving on the core topic as such, let us see some facts and scenes which concern senior citizens in India. So as everybody is aware, a senior citizen is one who has attained the age of 60 years or above. There are more than 104 million elderly persons in India. This was the 2011 statistics. So I think the current figure must be around 110 million elderly persons in India. The life expectancy at birth during 2014-18 was 70.7 years for females against 60.2 years for males. That means post-retirement, on an average of around 18 to 20 years of active lifespan is there. It has been observed that both in rural and urban areas, senior citizens are financially supported mainly by their children, majority. followed by the spouse, grandchildren, and others. There is also prevalence of disabilities, the most common among which is locomotor disability, followed by hearing impairment and visual impairment. Earlier, retirement was seen as a time as once a person reaches retirement, it's the end of active life. But now it is not so, because it's the second innings of life. So around 20 to 30 years at a minimum are still a person is expected to live, which are more active, and the person has a lot to do in his life still more. And senior citizens are more open to take new ideas regarding this, what to do, what not to do in this second innings of life. They want to contribute to the society in some way, but may not be in a position to know how to do it. It is also commonly seen that people want to remain young, just as many believe that age is just a number. They don't want to stop usual activities just because they are old. There is often a mindset shift or change in seniors about learning and experiencing new things. Their individual choices are becoming as important as societal expectations, and people are trying new things with courage and confidence, and they are not worried or bothered about what the society or their family expects from them, and the various sorts of pressures which are common in an interdependent society like ours, compared to the West, which is a more autonomous society, wherein people are not hindered by the wishes and expectations of others. In our society, which is more of an interdependent society, we are influenced and controlled by people around us whom we live with. There are many examples of senior citizens who have given a different meaning, a new course to their second innings. Let us see some examples. Madam Bokul Chatterjee of Kolkata gave her first year BA examination at the age of 86. Paul Shiromani was awarded PhD at the age of 90 years. There are some grandmothers who are 60 to 70 years old who are touring throughout the country. Dr. Bhagwati Oza is a 79-year-old lady who was awarded the National Award for Older Persons for Sports and Adventure at 79 years of age. Another person who started learning yoga at the age of 60. We have our own cycling group in Karwar, where we go for cycling regularly in the morning hours 5 to 7. And there are more than 10 members in our group who ride regularly with us. So coming to the topic, what does this autonomy and independence mean? When elderly lady was asked what autonomy means to us, she said, it's the most beautiful thing there is to be able to do what I want because I feel free. So autonomy means being able to make our own decisions and go about our daily lives according to our own values and preferences, which is very important for our dignity at any age, especially when we are older. Everyone should have this right to autonomy and independence. But for many elderly senior citizens, this independence which they enjoyed in their productive years is often reduced because others meaning mainly their children or others on whom they become dependent, they often feel that senior citizens cannot make their own decisions, or even they may not give them due regard when they propose their own decisions, their own rights. So autonomy refers to people's rights to make decisions without being influenced by others. And it is also linked to that is older people's ability and opportunities to govern themselves. It is also sometimes refers perceived autonomy. Perceived autonomy is different from autonomy because it is the senior citizens' perspective about what they feel, about their rights, about their decisions, whether they are able to take decisions, whether they are able to do things which they want. So perceived autonomy is more important because it is what people feel about themselves. Several studies, research has shown that perceived autonomy increases quality of life and satisfaction, and also it is associated with improved health and well-being. Okay, this issue of autonomy and independence is often becomes a challenge because, as I said, ours is an interdependent society, and elderly whom they live with, their children, grandchildren, often feel that it is easier for them to do work for their grandparents or parents rather than allowing themselves to do it. Many of our patients, elderly patients, senior citizens who come to the hospital and who are accompanied by their children or grandchildren, they often... Yes, should I stop? Anyone has some queries? Shall I continue?
Yes, sir. You can proceed. Like questions will be answered at the last.
Okay,
please,
fine. Okay. So many of the relatives who accompany their senior citizens, they often tell that we do not allow our grandparents to do anything. We just tell them to take rest because why should we make them work? That is a concept which the young generation feels. But is it correct? Is it right? Because to be active and to feel that we are also doing something, we are also productive. It's very important for the senior citizens. So in a way, by overprotecting them, we are hindering their activeness. We are hindering their autonomy. So that also becomes a challenge to the children or grandchildren. Another important factor is risk, balancing risk and autonomy. This is very important because as we are all aware, aging comes with its own set of difficulties and disabilities. There are several locomotor disability on account of joint problems or lethargy, low energy, etc. So children or grandchildren or the people on whom elderly are dependent, they often think that by allowing our senior citizens to be active or be more productive, are we putting them at risk? They will fall, they will injure themselves. So that is the balancing which has to be done between how much risk is there and whether elderly can look after themselves. Because as we said, autonomy is I want to decide for myself what is right. Because I know myself the best and I can take decisions about what I can do and I cannot do. There has to be a communication between the dependents and the caretakers regarding what the elderly can do, and we should allow the freedom which will be better regarding the well-being of senior citizens. Autonomy is also a sign of respect, dignity, and human value. So in families where freedom or independence is valued or delegated, the senior citizens also feel respected. They are given due dignity and valued as productive family members. This is also very important for well-being. In a study, senior citizens said that autonomy promoted their well-being, subjective vitality, and mental health. They also felt it decreased the stress levels, depression, apathy, and improved the quality of life. Okay. So this is a very important thing which holds true for all ages. Self-determination, it's the source of motivation for everyone and it gives purpose and meaning to life. It comprises of three factors: competence, autonomy, and relatedness. These are very basic human needs. Competence refers to what is my capacity, how able, efficient I am in dealing with my own environment, in facing day-to-day challenges. So if I feel competent enough, then I can be self-determined. I can look after myself. Second is autonomy. Whether I can, whether I have the right to control my course of life or not, whether I can take my own decisions or not. That is autonomy. And relatedness is need to have close, warm relationship with others. It may be my relatives, it may be my children, it may be my friends. So these all things, competence, autonomy, and relatedness are part of self-determination. So this self-determination, when it is high, so I feel motivated. I feel well. The fact is this is very important for personal well-being. So this is a core concept in autonomy and independence. Let us also see what are the factors which affect our autonomy and independence. First is capacity to act, whether I am able, whether I am in a good physical health. Will my body give me support to my actions? So that is the first and foremost factor in determining personal independence. Need of care. How much level of care do I need from my caretakers? Am I able to take care of myself independently and completely? Or do I need some support? How much support? Is it minimal support or is it I need support from time to time? Stress, low energy levels, and social isolation. How much support I have from others, whether I am staying alone, whether I am staying with my family members, am I in a institute for elderly care? How fit do I feel? Do I feel energetic or I feel tired easily? Do I feel stressed or do I feel relaxed? That also makes a lot of impact on our autonomy. Education level. Overall, people who have a higher educational level feel more autonomous and independent in taking their own decisions. Financial abilities. If I have my own financial resources, I'm not dependent on my children or grandparents, then I feel more independent to take my own decisions. That is also very important. Whether my family members, whether my children share and support my autonomy or not. Yes, so if we are overly dependent on our children for all matters, this will make a major impact. So whether our children or grandchildren or whoever we are staying with, do they respect our decisions or not? How much our relatives are involved in our decisions? Or do they pressure us to make decisions or they take their own decisions on our behalf? That is the role of others in our independence. How is our environment? Is it easily accessible to us? Is there enough support? For example, especially senior citizens with joint problems or muscle problems, problems with not being able to climb the stairs. How accessible is our environment? How safe is it for us? Are the floors non-slippery? Are the bathroom tiles non-slippery? Are there adequate supports handles in place so which we can take support and move about in our home? So ease of access in our environment also is very important in determining how independent or autonomous we are. Privacy. Privacy is also very important for our independence and autonomy. Participation in social activities. Are there social activities available in the environment where do I stay? Or I am totally isolated, cut off from these activities. Social activities may be activities like cultural activities, drama, singing, or it may be a bhajan activity in the evening hours. Yes, so it depends on the availability, and also my personal interest and passion, whether I do want to get involved in such activities. Visits from friends and relatives also boost us to make healthy relationships, to keep connected with others, which is also a part of self-determination, as we discussed. So all these factors have a major impact on how independent or autonomous are we in our decisions. Okay, as I said, in balancing risk and independence, vulnerable senior citizens may need some degree of protection based on how much their health is, how well they are physically. If they have multiple medical comorbidities, joint problems, they may need enhanced supports and protection. But if the people who are living with them, the caregivers are overly protective, it can lead to reduced autonomy and independence. It is seen that if the help offered is excessive, then the independence reduces. So there is a need to balance this risk and support and the independence of senior citizens. Okay. And when senior citizens are not vulnerable and in good health, then they should feel free to expose themselves to minimal risk as they were doing in previously, which increases their independence, autonomy, and improves their well-being. Now, to summarize, when denied self-determination, senior citizens are more likely to feel helpless and self-critical. They often experience low self-esteem, passivity, feelings of inadequacy and incompetency, which can reduce their ability to function. Whereas senior citizens with greater self-determination are observed to be more healthier, more independent. They adjust better to their environment. They are able to recognize and resist abuse, which can be seen. There are several instances of elderly abuse in news also. So how to deal with that? And decreased stress levels, depression, and also improved quality of life and satisfaction are seen in elderly who can exercise their self-determination and independence. So I would like now to listen to experiences from all the audience. What do they feel about this concept of independence, autonomy? How do they deal with issues of autonomy? How do they deal with issues of their children or caregivers trying to control their lives? What they are doing in their free time? How do they exercise their independence? How they are giving meaning to their second innings of life?
Good evening, Doctor.
Namaskara.
Good evening. The first, independence and autonomy, money is one important factor
Yes,
to
sir.
live independently.
Yes.
Then health is important to act independently as we like in the younger age.
Yes.
Third, nobody can live without the support of anybody.
Yes.
Even in service or public service or family, someone has to help others. Mutual understanding and mutual help is necessary, whether they live in a home or in a old age home, or even in, we can see many seniors are wandering in the streets without any support. But they are also living by begging from persons who are affordable to give meals, shelter, like that. In olden days, chatrams and chavadis are there to keep them alive, annadana like that. In olden days, now free old age home and payment old age homes are there. Then, as I observe, money is important to live comfortably in the paid home. If money is not available, free homes treatment is very difficult to as we like, as independent, as autonomy. But government is have to take some measures as per the Senior Citizens and Parents Welfare Act 2007 to construct a free home in every district, but it is not implemented as far as my concern in India or by state governments. But seniors are ruling. I mean, above 60 years are ruling our country, either in central or in states. But they are comfortably touring, administrating with the help of committees and personal assistants, bungalows, with government money. They have to think about the seniors and construct, because we have served up to 60 years, I mean, agricultural laborer and daily wages, and whether pensioners, whoever may be, they were given their entire service physically and mentally to the building of nation. Vice versa, now the government's responsible and big corporates responsible under corporate social responsibility. They have to take care of our seniors. This is my observation. Without any support, we cannot live peacefully, independently, autonomically. Thank you, Doctor.
Okay. Sir, you made very good points regarding which are the major factors which determine independence in senior citizens. Also, you made a very interesting point regarding the ministers who are governing, making policies. They themselves are elderly, who should make a note of the welfare of elderly population. But I want to ask you, what are your experiences as a senior citizen? Do you feel any limitations on autonomy or independence? Do you feel restricted? Or are you able to express your views, decisions currently?
We are running for the past 10 years, Retired Officers Association in Dharmaburi district. We are having nearly 200 members, pensioners and family pensioners. We are meeting once in a month, and annual conferences we are conducting. We are making ourselves get together, sharing of our experience, and other publics are also, if need, we will give consultations freely, counseling like that. Because we are running on our own way. Our family is also supporting, supporting for my independence and taking decision. But I can't interfere with the family matters, because they are grown-up children. They are taking their own decisions. If they try to get advices, or we can give advices. Unless we cannot interfere, we cannot ruptures. It will affect us, and they have also affected us.
Definitely.
So these
are the areas of conflict which senior citizens, many of them experiences regarding because there is a power shift. The decision maker is the next generation. So this can lead to definitely conflicts and frustration issues. So it is important to become aware of these issues and try to take care of our health, as you said, and what areas of conflict or friction are there, those can be reduced, which will lead to a better well-being. And as you said, yes, sir, tell sir, please.
But children and grandchildren are fond of with us. They are very, very affectionate. Then they are, you need not go there. You need not attend there. You keep in home comfortably, take medicines, don't go for every functions. For they may invite, but trouble will follow you. There's some because of their affection, they will give some advices. Naturally,
they
we
try
have
to be overprotective.
Yes.
Definitely.
We are doing some service to them also.
Yes.
Even in this age, we are our services are required for them also. Not only money, but company.
Definitely, sir. Your experience and your support obviously is valued by your family and is very essential for them also.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing your views, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Doctor. Thank you very much, doctor.
Thank you.
Doctor, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
I am Jambunathan.
Yes.
Doctor, you have, within a very, very short time, you have understood a very, very, important topic.
Yes.
Very nicely, doctor.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
That's very good. It's an eye opener. In fact, every point of whatever you have spoken, it can be spoken for hours together.
Yes.
So that is
a very brief summary of the issues.
Yes. You have given a brief summary, and you have very clearly spoken about the major important point of self-determination by the senior citizen.
Yes.
So in fact, Tangavel sir was also speaking about it, but he was speaking from a totally different angle of the society as such.
Right.
If you want me to talk from a personal angle, yes, whatever you spoke at the end is correct, that people try to be overprotective.
Yes, sir.
And that reduces the autonomy of the senior. Number one.
Definitely.
Yes, number one. Number two, the perceived capabilities as perceived by the individual and as approved by others. There is a wide gap.
Yes, sir, definitely.
Doctor, if I say that I can take a train and go to some other place and return after 2-3 days, people may not agree for that. They'll say, no, you are too old to take a train. So, although there is, physical problems or disturbances, etc. This perception, how to change that perception. This is one very, very important thing for any senior citizen. Because my perception does not match with the perception of others. Not only on this, but on many other topics, because of what I should say is that generation gap. Same thing is perceived by different people at different ages in different ways. Therefore, this is also affecting the autonomy of a person.
Yes.
See, yes, you have listed the achievements of various people who have altered the distinctions that even at the age of 90 or even at the age of 98. That's something great. But I think all these things are only exceptions. And as a matter of rule, as a general rule, or as a general, perception by the people, I think senior citizens, they always think, because at my 76th year, 75th year, I drive my vehicle. I drive my car. But even the RTO asks me, why do you want a license, sir?
Yes.
At this old age, do you want to really drive? Although I am feeling I am competent to drive, and I have done it so far. So this is all this, how to change this perception. This is very important, because, doctor, it is ultimately not my perception that counts. It is the perception of others about me. That counts. Therefore, I think we need to run some kind of a campaign to non-senior citizens as well. Telling that senior citizens are competent people, don't worry. They will come to you when they need a help. So long as they do not come to you, they don't need a help. You lead them, permit them to lead his or her life. That will be excellent, doctor. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you for your observations and feedback, sir. The one point you made regarding the highlights, which I gave some examples regarding citizens who had achieved something in their second innings also. though examples are shared just to highlight that what anybody in their second innings can do by their determination. Obviously, the support of family members is also needed. If family members are open-minded and support you, then it becomes more easier. There are several instances where elderly people have started businesses after the age of 60 years. And there was one instance which I came across while preparing this slide, that a small business owner had employed only senior citizens in his shop. And when asked, he said that senior citizens are more honest, sincere, they come on time and do not take vacations because they are passionate about the work. So that was an eye-opener for me also.
Yeah, exactly, doctor. That's a good point. That's a very, very good point. Why I said is that it's not well spread. That is the only point I was just trying to make, doctor, to make it clear.
Right. So another point you made about changing society's viewpoint about elderly independence.
Yes, doctor.
That is also a very important issue, because society as such sees senior citizens as feeble and needing assistance, that they are not capable of making their own decisions. That is the entire point which affects the independence and autonomy in senior citizens, and which brings them in conflict with their families. So as you said, definitely there has to be an awareness campaign in that regard also, sir. Thank you for your points, sir.
Yes, Mr. Bachegowda, sir, has raised his hands. So the floor is open to you.
Yeah, good evening to all. Yeah, I'm Bachegowda from Bangalore. We are having a senior citizen forum. It's named after Yelanka Upanagara Iriya Nagarikara Vedike. So though we started in 2015, for about 3 to 4 years, we didn't had our own place to conduct this thing, but we used to conduct through our office bearers and other places like parks and like BBMP buildings, and also private owner also gave some 1 or 2 years some permission. At last, we could able to get the office from 100 to members. Now, within a matter of another 1 year, what we could not done in 4 years, we could be able to done double the number or triple the number by our enrollment of our members to 300 plus within a year after giving some accommodation by the government. I mean, that is through BBMP in Bangalore. So thanks to them through via our local MLA who backed up in this regard. And now most companies are coming forward to us, including banks and other insurance companies are coming up and seeking our seniors' help by selecting us with a small test and assessment. Then they are giving a training and giving some opportunities to take up the work with maybe what we call it as either agency or like a commission or some remuneration being given. So that by financial freedom are being extended through this form, who can able to attend and discharge the without much of enforcement. So many companies are coming to our office and are seeking these facilities. In fact, the whole expenditure of our general body meeting was handed by or imparted by one HDFC bank. For selecting our selected people. So everybody is outside. We have got all respect from all companies. Most companies have taken a decision that we should import more people of seniors who are experienced and can able to discharge duties efficiently and correctly by using their knowledge. Actually, seniors brain drain they are taking out from us instead of wasting. That's a good, very good scope. And I have been to states for twice. I have seen people who are at 90, 80, all are working in malls and in most malls and other places. Most people, even they're physically handicapped also, they are with a tricycle or bicycle, they are operating and billing or showing or adjustments in the malls. So everywhere now seniors are being given importance. except in their sometimes except in their own home because of overprotectionist, because they know if something happens, when they have to take care. But because of that, they are taking. But ultimately, the seniors, if it is strictly, if it is inhibited, so they will become idle and they will have the all problems started, including diabetes and health issues, because immobility leads to many health issues, as you know, doctor. So people should be fairly allowable to the possible extent. Of course, let them give a backup or support, or say indirect warning or whatever it is. But direct, if they come say no, don't do, be in the home, and means, then they will go to depression. So with this observation, though the discussion really that Dharmpuri sir also told, it is a good initiative, sir. We are also conducting like this almost every quarterly. We will have arranging a local trips or tours, number one, and birthday celebrations in our office. Yeah, sometimes there are hotels also. Some people are this thing, and some are coming forward to donate us for requirement like furniture and other requirements in the office. Somebody gave the computer, print like this, and somebody gave lamp. For every this thing, we don't put off the lamp. Now we are putting on the light for conducting our birthday celebrations, marriage anniversaries, like this. Some activities are being conducted, and most people are coming, companies are coming to take our members to their part-time job or sometime full-time jobs. So thanks to Vayomanasa, every Monday and other occasions they are conducting. Dr. P. Thanks to P.T. Shiv Kumar sir in Bangalore and others in general. So keeping elders in this thing, these are also the supports. I extremely happy for this type of supports. Normally for WhatsApp group, I circulate. At least 5-6 people might have joined today. I think not much joined by our members, which I want to enforce from year afterward to join such meetings and have the knowledge. In fact, I collected all your share this thing. If can be translated and given PPT, can you share, doctor? So that we can translate, and I can put up, because every this thing we present some after the say birthday celebration, we give some details also through invitees. We invite some people to health issues. Now many people are coming for financial backup. Now for health backup also, we are taking government doctors and homeopathy and other English medicine and others doctor's opinion, and we are just going through. So going well. So with this type of backup, we can strengthen our members. This thing, only few have got some financial issues. Otherwise, most members, as you said, that they financially independent. They now autonomy plays a role. If this was to be done some 30 or 40 years back, our people would have been alerted also. Most people have not saved for themselves, saved for their children and others. So even writing will for various reasons, as all implicated a lot. Now they are feeling, we have saw 1 or 2 cases where they have given the will, and now they are with no financial backup, they are suffering. So those things should never be, will never should be made, unless, even if it is made, it should be made not to only close friends, not for any family members, because they will have, there's a discrimination, they will start questioning. So you're given more or less, you are not given to someone. So like this, issues will come. So that financial freedom and other things also should be autonomous, means you should never give any will and other things, except in a case where it is, if it is required, let it be done to known people, not to the family members. That's with this few our opinion. Thanks, doctor, for having given a comprehensive details within 40 to 45 minutes. which is a very valuable thing, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. It is heartening to listen to the incentive, actions and activities taken by your group. And also, it is nice to hear that people, corporations, companies are supporting you in these activities. And as you said, financial independence, the people in the previous generation, they had no savings. They spent everything for the families, and now they have to depend on their children. I think the current generation is more knowledgeable about this, and they have started investing and saving for their future. That is one change which is being seen in this generation. Thank you for your feedback, sir.
Yes.
Okay, sir.
Miss Yasmin has raised her hand. Please, ma'am. Can share your suggestions. Miss Yasmin, you can unmute yourself.
Yeah, now I can. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Thank you very much, Doctor. This is a very, very eye-opening session, because every week we get to learn so much, especially through, some of the members here, Tyagarajan sir and Jambunathan sir. I totally agree with them. I think seniors give up only because the younger generation stops them from being overprotective, and actually I think the roles reverse. They become our parents as we grow older.
Yes.
In fact,
they become more stricter parents than you were.
Oh, worse than what we were.
Worse.
So that is the time we realized that what are the mistakes we did while parenting them. And one of my friends, she is 89, 88 or 89. She recently took a flight to US.
Okay.
She traveled alone by herself. It was a little stressful for everyone, but she reached safely, and it's almost about 1.5 months she is there in US.
Right.
So I think automatically the confidence increases when you are let to do things. When you are independent, you become that much more alert. You're more careful about yourself. But when there is a lot of intervention and do's and don'ts, I think that's when you falter a lot. So like Jambunathan sir said, I think the awareness for the younger generation should be given, because I don't know, when they come 30, 40 years after us, I don't know what the situation is going to be.
Right.
Yeah, but I think they should be more given the thing to allow the seniors to be and do what they want to do. And even jobs, I'm really happy to know from Bachegowda sir that seniors are being given jobs.
Yes.
And I really liked Tyagarajan sir's one thing that he said, that the country is ruled by 60 plus.
Yes, he made a very good point.
Who are insensitive towards the 60 plus.
Yes.
The rate of interest has come down for seniors. And there are so many other things that the seniors are not receiving. And I think that comes because they have everything and they don't think that the others need it.
Right. I would also like to ask you, ma'am, as you said, compared your children and they are becoming parents. What was the situation like when you had elderly parents and you were in a position to be responsible or take care of them? Was it the same situation like today's, or was it different?
No. My father, he passed away when he was 82.
Okay.
And he walked with his walking stick, and he still had the command.
Right.
To tell us what to do and what not to do. We never had the ability to question him whether, why you're doing this or why you're doing that, including my mom. If we go home, she used to make sure that everybody had food. And what has to be done, the food had to be packed to some people if they had not come. Everything they would take care. I mean, I have seen my grandparents, my grandfather passed away when he was 99. But we never had the ability to tell them not to do something.
Right.
Because we felt safe around them. But I think today the whole scenario has changed.
Okay.
The youngsters feel very unsafe around the seniors because they think that, they will fall, they will fracture, something will happen, we have to take care. I think more fear comes because of that.
Okay. I understand your point, ma'am.
How would I take care? How would I contribute if something goes wrong? I think they're not prepared for it. In fact, my mom had a hip injury just before she passed away. But she went through a surgery and things, and we all took care of her. But it was never like, a burden or something like that.
Okay. Could it be because the families are becoming more and more nuclear compared to the
families,
joint family?
Yes. Yes.
So that could be one reason why, because they feel that there is less support for them as caretakers. They alone have to be responsible and take care for all the needs.
Yes.
Right. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for yours, ma'am.
In fact, I was, I think I was 57 when I decided to move out of the home and stay on my own.
Okay.
Because I saw some of the ladies and men who were in their 80s who are very confident about themselves.
Okay.
And I realized that confidence has not come just like that. Because they are living on their own because the children are not here.
Okay.
But I felt I can stay alone. If I start living now, I can stay alone. But yes, if I need something, I will call you. But so far, touch wood, I have never had the thing to, call on. In fact, they call still that something we need. So I give them that support. But when I was staying with them, it was like, don't do this, don't do that. So I started becoming a rebel, in fact.
Mm-hmm. So you are enjoying your independence now.
I'm loving my independence. I can listen to what I want. I can watch what I want on TV. Even, the healthy food, trying out new things or healthy food. Yes, of course, there is a family time. There is a time, but you don't have to be there all the time. You just be there and move back.
Right.
But even that, in our society, people feel that, oh, she's so independent. Or they feel...
That is also taboo.
Taboo. Or they feel, okay, the children must have disowned her.
Right.
So thinking is like this. I realize that the conditioning in the society for you to become old is a lot more. They say children are growing up, but after 60, we are becoming old. Why can't we also grow up?
You make a valid point, ma'am.
Thank you, doctor.
As I said, age is just a number.
Age is just a number. And I'm so happy to be on this platform because there's so many wonderful people here, and the wisdom of pearls that I get to gather every time I'm here. It's very empowering. Thank you so much, each one of you. I still have a long way to come where you are, but I'm very happy that I am here, and you have accepted me to be here because I just turned 60.
Oh,
I have a long way to go. I have a long way to go, and I love listening to each one of them and their ways because because I have seen independent people in my life. I've not seen broken people in my life. So I think that is what gives me a lot of empowerment when I see all of you. I feel that, yes, I can also make it like this. Thank you so much. By your words, by your actions, it makes a lot of difference to me. Thank you again.
So this platform, I think it gives a lot of opportunity to share views, connect with each other. This is also a form of empowerment for all the senior citizens. a very positive step that the Vayomanasa team has taken.
Yes.
So congratulate them.
Yes, and thank you so much, because from the doctor's perspective, you tell us so much about our mind, about our body, about our actions. So these are also things that I think maybe when we are at a stage where we have lost our parents from where our knowledge came, we've lost our elders from where our knowledge came. So I think you're doing a wonderful job, Dr. Akash, by giving us that knowledge. Otherwise, I can't think of who would tell you how to live, because one person's life cannot be an example to everybody, because everybody has a different life.
Different experiences.
Yeah, because a broader experience, when each one says something, it actually brings you so much of enlightenment and teaches you what else you could do to make your life more complete.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing your views, ma'am.
Thank you very
Sir.
much. I think we have to thank Dr. Shivkumar and Dr. Sojan for being the catalyst for this.
Yes. Correct. Sir, I just left one point which apart from Vayomanasa Sanjeevani and other things, and in Bangalore we have a Nightingale Trust, medical help with their elder line, central number 14567. So that is also coming handy to most of our members when they have got some issues, clarification, health issues, and other backups, not only will and other legal issues, other supports also being imparted by the 14567. So, and also they are prepared to come over and study our assessment, memory assessment. They are ready to do memory assessment on a group of people by giving some for 3 to 4 hours time for them. So such backup by supports can also be taken in the interest of the welfare of the seniors. Instead of depending on our own family members all the time, this support backup apart from government facilities. So we are yet to reach like other US and other places for the elderly facilities. In India, yet to make a lot of only not just a reservation in a bus or reservation or without a queue in the banks. Apart from this, some more things has to be done. Economically backward, not only of course the age factor is 60, that's okay. Among 60, above 60, there should be some economically backward assistance should be planned by the government. There are such people we have seen here and there. So for them, government should come forward, because they are investing a lot on many things. Why not for
30% concessions are given in road transport.
Yeah, that is bus passes and concessions are there. Even railways yet to restore. After pandemic, railways was stopped. I mean, still it is to be restored back in railways. And people say that airlines also given some concession that is yet to be restored back. Only Air India has given some concession, which we are accepting.
Now, this session is given has given more time for seniors to air their views. Others can be given chances.
Correct.
Thank you.
Mr. Keshav, you have raised your hand. You can share your ideas. Mr. Keshav. I think he left it.
No, Keshav was there. I saw him. In fact,
he has raised his hand.
Yeah, I also saw him.
Unmute and Mr. Keshav, sir, you can unmute yourself and you can share your ideas. I think he left.
No, he's not. No, he's not there.
Yeah, I think he left. Sir, shall we conclude, sir?
Sure, ma'am. I just like to make some remarks.
Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you to all the very active participants. It was very heartening to listen to all your experiences. Rather, it was a learning experience for myself. So thank you all for sharing your views. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, doctor. May God bless you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes, sir. Like I would
Thank
like
you.
to. I would like to thank heartfelt thanks to Dr. Akshay, who has spent his valuable time with us and shared his own experience to all the participants here. Thank you so much, sir, for your presentation.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. And I also thank all our participants who actively, all senior citizens who actively participated and share your own experience so that we, the younger generation, could get more thing from you. Really, thank you. I feel very happy to hear from you all. And thank you for all the YouTube and Zoom participants of Vayomanasa Sanjeevani. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much. I would also thank our partners, that is VMS partners, Government of Karnataka, Indian Psychiatric Society, Karnataka Chapter 1, Karnataka State Legal Service Authority, then Bangalore Apartment Federation, Happy 60 Plus, Samadhana Counseling Center, Icon Life Seniors, REZ Foundation, and NSE Foundation. Thanks for all the valuable time with us. Thank you for all. Have a good evening.
Madam, only one request.
Yes, sir.
See, from next time also, I mean, you can change the viewing option to side-by-side speaker so that your face will also be more clear to us.
Okay, sir. Sure.
Change that. I mean, they have got the settings there.
Okay, fine.
Kindly change it to side-by-side speaker.
Okay, sure.
Thank you, ma'am. All the
Thank
best.
you for your suggestions. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.